Hi guys, welcome back to another online banner time workout. I hope you're all well. My name's Lewis, I'm sure you've all seen me before. But yeah, we're going to get into a workout today, okay? So we've got another 30-minute workout today. It's going to be slightly different to normal, okay? So we're going to be working through what's called a push workout, all right? We're going to be using household objects. I've got mine here. I'll explain a little bit about them in a moment, how we're going to use them and everything. But today's going to be more informative than anything. We're not going to pick those heart rates up too much. We're not going to get like a massive amount of sweat on, but I am going to take you through a fairly effective push workout using only household equipment, something that you're going to find anywhere in your home. Pretty much everyone's going to have hold of something that can be used, okay? So you don't need any dumbbells, don't need any kettlebells, no resistance bands, nothing like that. All you're going to need is a few household objects, yourselves, a little bit of space, and you're going to be good to go, okay? So the push muscles, the muscles that are gonna be working consist of your chest, so your pectorals, your shoulders, your deltoids, your triceps just at the back of your arms, and that's it. Other than that, you've got your core that's going to be bracing a lot of the time as well. But the main movers are going to be your chest and your shoulders and all of these exercises, okay? So a lot of people follow a split when they're going to the gym. If you're not exercising in classes and you don't just do cardio, I'm sure you've heard of a workout split that's push, pull, legs. You've got your 5-day split, so your chest, your shoulders, back, legs, etc. This is going to be the first of 3 that I'm going to be doing. So I'm going to be doing 1 for push, I'm going to be doing 1 for pull, and I'll be doing 1 for legs, okay? So I'm going to show you guys a bunch of exercises. Basically, I've got 6 or 7 set here that I'm going to take you through. I'm going to take you through the first couple of sets, but I'm also going to give you a few more to work with, okay? So I'm not going to have time to work through the whole workout with you guys, but I will take you through the first few sets of each exercise. At that point, you can pause the video. Once you finish the rest of the sets, you're going to continue on to the next exercise and catch up there, okay? So that's how it's going to work today. The bits of equipment I've got for you guys are here. I've got a bag here, so just like a rucksack, something that's quite sturdy. That's packed full of beans, okay? Luckily, we can get hold of beans now, so that's what I've got in here. A couple of weeks ago, we definitely would have been able to fill that up. We would have had to chuck some sand in there or something. But yeah, beans in a rucksack or some water, anything like that that's going to make the rucksack quite heavy. Maybe some heavy books or something like that. After that, we've got a towel. So you want a big towel if you can, like a bath towel. If not, find yourself like a bed sheet or anything like that. Not a duvet, but a bed sheet. Something that's thin but isn't going to go anywhere, okay? You want it to be nice and strong. So that's the second bit of equipment. After that, you need to have yourself a pair of socks, not for your feet. These are going to go on your hands, okay? And a slippery surface. I'll explain a little bit about that in just a moment. That's going to be our 4th exercise. And then finally, a chair. It doesn't really matter too much what height it is. You don't want it to be too much higher than knee height, okay? So a chair that you're going to be able to put your feet on that's around knee height. So they're the bits of equipment that you need. Get them together for yourselves. Pause the video. And then catch up in a moment, and I'll explain the workout for you guys, okay? So like I said before, it's a push workout. I'm going to show you the first couple of sets on each exercise. I'm going to demonstrate. I'll give you a few tips on how to work the muscle properly. And then, yeah, from that point, we'll work through the exercises, which will take us to the end of the workout. This video is going to hopefully be around 25-30 minutes long, not too much longer if we can help it. It's going to be very informative for all of you, and it's going to give you a great chest workout, or a push workout, sorry, so shoulders, chest, and triceps, using only equipment that you've got at home, okay? So really, really simple stuff. The exercises aren't going to be easy, so make sure if you can't do anything, regress it. I'll show you how to do that as well. But yeah, no, we'll get through this as best we can, and hopefully it should be an interesting one, okay? So get yourself set. We'll get working in just a moment. I'll start off with the first exercise, and we'll work through. So the first exercise is pretty much just going to be to warm up those pushing muscles, so your shoulders and your chest, your triceps. Very, very simple movement. We're going to be working with a press up, but we're going to slow it right down, okay? So we're not looking for any explosive movements just yet. We're just going to take a press up through. Yeah, just with some nice time under tension, okay? So find your bit of space. I'm going to chuck my bits out of the way real quick so I can work with you, and we'll get moving, okay? So first exercise that we've got, like I said before, is that press up, okay? So really, really simple. You can do a press up on your hands and feet. You can do a press up on your hands and knees. Prime mover in a press up is your chest, okay? So this whole area here, your big muscles at the front. Your triceps are going to help. And then your anterior deltoids, which are the front shoulders, are also going to help with that movement as well, okay? So classic press up is going to be in this position. If you join in with my HIIT workouts, I've given plenty of tips before on how to do a correct press up, but you're going to be in this position. Your hands want to be underneath your shoulders, your body wants to be nice and flat, so from the shoulders down to the heels you should have a flat line. We don't want any sagging here, no bums in the air. Same as if we're on our knees, we should still have a nice flat position from those shoulders down to the knees, okay? So there's no change with here, the body stays flat, and here, we're not in this position at all. We're not in this position at all, okay? So that's a nice strong position there. You're gonna try and push those shoulders right into the floor. All right, from that position, you need to then look at the elbows and what they're doing. The elbows need to always come down at a 45-degree angle. So your elbows aren't coming out here, they're not coming back here, they're somewhere in between. So you want a nice little gap here and here, so it's somewhere in between these two positions, all right? That's gonna get the best chest workout for you, okay? So hands just underneath the shoulders, they're gonna come down at about a 45-degree angle, just to the side of the body. Like I said before, they're not up too high, that's gonna put strain on your shoulders. They're not too low, that's gonna put a lot of work on those triceps. Again, we're looking to work that chest. So first set, you're gonna work with me. We're just gonna go through 4 sets of 10 press-ups, but nice and slowly, okay? So I want you to count 2 seconds down on the press-up, and then 1 second up, okay? So we're gonna be here, press up positions, nice, flat in that body. You're gonna go 1, 2, down, pause, up for 1. That's 1 rep. 1, 2, pause, up for 2, 1, 2, pause. There's 3. You're gonna repeat that until you get to all 10 reps, okay? So down 2, up 1, down 2, up 1, down 2, up 1, down 2, and up 1, okay? So that's 6 reps, work through to 10, 7, 8, 9, last one, there's 10, okay? So you should hopefully see through working that. When I'm doing the press up, my body's not moving at different levels, the whole thing comes down, and then the whole thing comes up to the top, okay? So that body's moving as one unit, that chest is doing a lot of the work. When we get to the top of the press up, we really want to force those hands right into the floor, okay? In between sets, guys, we're looking to give ourselves about a minute break, okay? So not too long, maybe a minute and a half, purely because the intensity of this workout, a lot of it's going to come from those short rest times, all right? So you need to keep everything nice and close together, give your muscles just about enough time to get themselves ready to work again, and then work through that next set, okay? So 60 seconds to 90 seconds break in between each exercise, and we're going to work through just with that, okay? So there's number 1, and that's set 1. We're working through 4 sets of 10 reps on the press-ups, okay? So I'm going to do the next set with you, and then after that I'll get you into the next exercise and explain what's going to happen with that one, okay? We're going to be using a bit of kit for the next one, so you guys are going to need your chairs for exercise number 2 if possible, okay? So that's about 60 seconds to 90 seconds on that exercise, in that rest. So we're getting to round number 2 here. We're going to work again with 10 press-ups for another round. This is set number 2 of 4, okay? So body's down, shoulders under the, hands underneath those shoulders, up onto those toes, body's nice and flat. We're going to come down as one unit, up for 1. So 2 down, 1 up, 2 down, 1 up. Okay, little pause at the bottom. Good. Good. And just keep working through. All right. Last 2 reps. Here we go. Final 2. And last one. Just here, okay? So that is our first exercise complete. You guys have got 2 more sets to get through of that. So if you can, give that video a quick pause, and then catch up in just a moment when you've done the rest of your sets, okay? So that's 2 of 4. You guys have got another 2 sets to do on that one. 2 sets of 10 reps, and then I'll meet you guys at the next exercise, okay? So if you guys are caught up now, we are into our pike press up, okay? So pike press up, we're going to be in a different position. We're basically going to be angling our bodies down towards the floor, and it's going to give us a little bit more emphasis on those shoulders, okay? So the shoulders are going to be doing a bit of work. Again, this is a push workout, not a chest specific workout, so we're going to be working all of those push muscles together. The reason for doing that is you get you can work the muscles more times in a week, okay? So frequency is very, very important with muscle growth. It's one of the main things that you need to keep doing if you're lifting weights and everything. So please make sure you're getting that frequency in as well. With working a push-pull legs workout, it means generally you can get to hit the muscles a couple of times a week rather than just once a week. And if you've been lifting for a little while, your body is usually recovered by that time. So as soon as it's recovered, you're able to make the most of that and get into that workout again, okay? So next exercise, we're working with that pike press up. 2 ways to do it. You can do it with a seat, or you can do it just hands and feet, okay? More advanced, you can do it with a seat. You'll be able to get a better angle in your body. But if you're struggling, you do it hands and feet, okay? So I showed you earlier the way to do a proper press up. If we're doing a pike press up, we're gonna be a little bit different. You're gonna be on your hands and feet, or you're gonna be angling your body down towards the floor, okay? So you'll be here, your body is getting as close to, you're on your shoulders angled down to the floor, and your bum's gonna be in the sky. From this position, lean over slightly, okay? You're gonna drop yourself down, back up to the top, down, back up to the top, down, back up to the top, okay? Because of the angle of your body, your shoulders are gonna be doing a lot more of that work in this one rather than your chest, okay? Please make sure you've got something soft in front of you. I don't want you guys leaning over too far and bashing your head on the floor. So keep those feet in nice and close. You don't want your shoulders going too far past the hands. They should be just about in line, maybe a little bit over. And you're gonna drop yourself down here, back up, here, and back up, okay? If you guys have got that one locked down, it's nice and easy. Next step for you, you're gonna be grabbing yourselves a seat, okay? So grab a seat, you're gonna pop your feet up on the seat. Just gonna put your body in a bit of a higher position. So we're still going to be piped up in that core slightly, but we're going to be a little bit higher. We should be able to get a better angle, okay? So here, now, I've got a bit more body weight over some almost a vertical position. I'm going to come down, up to the top, down, up to the top, down, up to the top, okay? So just here, do the exercise. Exactly the same as a press up in terms of tips for you guys. Keep those elbows coming back at a 45-degree angle. Don't flare them out too much. Please hold that core nice and steady, and please make sure you're nice and safe in this exercise, okay? So only do this if you can control your body weight, okay? Quite an advanced movement. It does look like we're playing in the circus a little bit, but these are all very, very effective home exercises that you can do if you're lacking equipment, okay? So exercise number 2, we've got 4 sets of 10 reps of the pike press ups, okay? So we'll get into set number 1 any second now. Like I said before, either on the floor or in your seat. I'm gonna do set 1 on the floor, and I'll do set number 2 on the seat, and then I will work with you guys for those 2 sets. At that point, pause the video. I'm gonna jump into the next exercise, and you can finish your next 2 sets, okay? So we'll get into that one. So number 1, I'm gonna join in with the floor pike press. Number 2, I'll join in with the seat one, okay? So working here, you've got 4 sets of 10 reps to do. Pick whichever one you need to do, just in this position. So pike position, body angle down, 10 reps, nice and slow. So you've got 2 seconds down, 1 second up. 2 seconds down, 1 second up. There's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, good, 8, 9, last one, 10. Okay, so that's set done there. Set 1 of the pike press finished. We're into set number 2. Like I said before, in 60 seconds to 90 seconds. Okay, so get yourselves set for that next one. If any of these exercises you're finding too easy, please try and make sure you're concentrate on working with that muscle. Okay, so with the press ups, really focus on contracting that chest muscle. Forget the hands and focus on the elbows. Okay, what I find helps a lot in all of my workouts is if I focus on moving those elbows rather than the hands. The moment I think about my hands, my arms start taking over. If I think about pushing with my elbows instead, I find that chest is going to start working a little bit better, and the same for those shoulders. Okay, so really think about what those elbows are doing, and hopefully it's going to help you with that mind-muscle connection and working through those exercises. Okay, so first exercise we've done is that regular press up. Just to warm up, we had 4 sets of 10 reps there. This exercise, a pike press up, we've got another 4 sets of 10 to 12 reps. Okay, so up to you. 10 to 12. If you find 10 too easy, chuck a couple more in. If you can make it to 15, fantastic, go to 15. But I wouldn't be working too close to the 20 rep range. It's not really necessary. If that's the case, you probably want to slow your reps down and really focus on that muscle that you're trying to work. Okay, so set number 2 with the pike press up, just here. This I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to be working with a chair on this one. So the first one was more of a beginner's version. The second one I'll be working more advanced. So feet onto the chair. I'm going to be at a much more vertical angle, so I'm nearly pointing down towards the floor. Just 10 reps here. Whenever you're ready, get yourself working. There's 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, 10, and step down. Okay, so I'm definitely feeling this in the right muscles. So that I definitely felt that on my anterior deltoids, the front of my shoulder. Okay, triceps are also working. That's also going to catch your upper chest a little bit. Okay, so that is your next exercise. Very, very simple there for the most part, but it's difficult in terms of how your body's going to be working. Okay, so like with all of these exercises, they were very, very simple movements. They're just changed or modified slightly to make them either hit different exercises, different muscle groups, or yeah, just to make them a little bit more difficult for you guys. Okay, so that is exercise number 2. You guys have got another 2 sets of 10 to 15 reps to complete on that one. I'm going to jump into that next exercise now, which is going to be another pushing movement. This time we're going to be using our towel and our rucksack. Okay, so we've got a superset on this one. We're working 2. The movements are actually the same, but they're just tailored slightly to work the muscle in a different way. Okay, so first part of the 3rd exercise, which is a superset they're going to be doing. They're both press ups. The first one we're using a towel. Okay, so with the first bit, we're going to be using what's called an isometric contraction. So we're going to be pushing against an object basically that isn't going to move. Okay, so in this case, it's our towel. All right, so all you're going to do, if you take one corner of your towel, twizzle it round a little bit, you want a towel to be nice and wrapped up around itself, and you want the 2 longest corners. Okay, so I've got the 2 long corners just here. You want it to be as far, the furthest ones away from each other. You're going to wrap it round, so the towel is going to be just underneath your armpits. Okay, so we're going to be here, put it nice and high, right underneath those armpits, and you want to grab a point that's going to have your elbows at about a 90-degree angle. Okay, what we're going to be doing is in a press-up position, we're going to be pushing against this towel, and we shouldn't move anywhere. We're going to try and create maximal force. Okay, as soon as we've done that, we're going to hold that for 20 seconds, or sorry, 15 to 20 seconds. As soon as we've done that, we're going to chuck our backpack on, and we're going to go into a set of 10 explosive press-ups. Okay, so we're going to really try and force that speed up on the way up in the exercise. So here, that towel should be underneath those armpits, nice and high up that back. Okay, and you should be holding this towel in a 90-degree angle on those elbows. Okay, we're going to go into a press-up position and hold this right underneath our hands. We're going to push into the towel and into the floor as hard as we possibly can. So I shouldn't be able to talk throughout this. I should be really trying to put maximal effort into the press up, really trying to basically tear that towel apart of my back. Okay, as soon as I've done that, I'm going to chuck my backpack on and I'm going to go into 10 reps. Okay, so I'm going to get into this. You guys can follow me at the same time. I'm going to count the time for you. We're going to go for 15 seconds. Okay, so press up positions, like I said, you're going to have about a right angle in these arms. Okay, so we should be sitting in halfway through a press up position. We're going to come down, hold them just here. All right, so that towel should be on the floor. Hold it, hands in, and you're going to push up as hard as you possibly can for 15. I'm counting down. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Just there. As quick as you can. Chuck that backpack on. Straight on your back. You want it to be nice and tight, okay? So really difficult to come on and off. And you're into 10 explosive press ups, alright? So straight in. and there's 10. Okay, so that is definitely an effective way to target your chest, all right? The bit just at the beginning, that's a pre-exhaust, okay? So you're gonna be tiring that muscle, you're activating all of the muscle fibers, you're gonna be recruiting a lot in that one, okay? So that's gonna pre-exhaust your muscle, and then the ones that are left are gonna get stimulated with the press ups, okay? So that full contraction, both directions, both eccentric and concentric, okay? So you need to load the bag up to a comfortable weight. You'll get a feel for it in that first set. You've got 4 to go on that one. It's definitely not an easy exercise. That first one just got me a little bit. I wasn't expecting it to be quite that tough, okay? But you guys really need to make sure on the first round of that one, you're putting as much effort into that towel as you possibly can. Okay, so that's round number 1. Like I said before, with all of these sets, we're gonna about a minute to 90 seconds break in between each one, and we're gonna rotate them through nicely, just like that. Okay, so that is exercise number 1, where we're using our towel and our backpack. Okay, so now we've had the chair, the towel, the backpack. The next exercise I'm going to be showing you after the next set is going to be using those socks, okay? Something a little bit different that some of you might have seen before, but it's definitely an interesting one, okay? So we'll get into that next set in a second. Again, we're going to hold that press up position in about half a press up, and we're really just going to try and push into the floor and against that towel as hard as we possibly can. Like I said before, guys, try and keep the sets nice and close together and keep it as intense as you possibly can, all right? So next exercise, next set, get that towel set. So you want it rolled all the way up if you can, just here, chuck it behind your back. Like I said before, we're gonna right underneath those armpits, okay? So keep that towel right up the back into those armpits, and you're gonna hold it so your elbows are about a 90-degree angle. You're gonna pop yourself down onto the floor, back a second, down onto the floor, in a press up position, and you're again pushing right up against that towel as strong as you possibly can, okay? So get yourself set. We've got another 15-second push here, maximal effort into that towel, and then we've got 10 explosive press ups with that bag on our back, okay? So just here, hold that position, ready to push in 3, 2, and 1. Five seconds. 3, 2, and 1. There's the time on that one. Chuck your backpacks on quick as you can and get into 10 of those explosive press ups, okay? So straight in, fast as possible, hands on the floor, press up positions, nice and strong. And there is my 10 guys, awesome work. That is our work through exercise number 3, okay? So far we've had the press up, regular one, just for that warm up. We've had that pike press up to start working those shoulders a little bit. We've had the isometric towel press up into the bag press up. That's the explosive there, okay? And the next one, we're gonna be simulating a chest fly, okay? So the next exercise is going to work that chest and those shoulders. Biceps are going to get a bit of work as well. Not that we want them to, it's just natural with how your body works that they might start feeling a little bit sore, okay? So we'll get going with that one in just a minute. For this one, if you can, you need a slippery surface, okay? So some laminate flooring, a bathroom floor, anything like that's going to be absolutely fine. If you haven't got that, there isn't really a lot that you can do for this exercise. Maybe just skip it and do one more set of each of the following exercises after this one, okay? But if you can, this one's a great exercise to really start getting some width in that chest whilst you're at home, okay? So it's a chest fly. We're gonna work on it in just a second. You're gonna need your socks on your hands, because you're all gonna look silly together, and a slippery surface, okay? I'm gonna get myself set and ready for that next exercise, okay? So some long socks preferably, something thick, it's not got too much grip on it. So right the way up to the top. Just here. Pull your socks up and get into that workout. Okay, so here we are. What you're going to need for this one is your slippery surface, a bit of space, and a press up position. I'm outside, so I've had to grab some plywood, some laminated wood, something like that, which is nice and slippery with the socks. But hopefully you guys are inside and have got hold of something that's going to work for you. Okay, so this exercise here is going to be a press up variant, but on the way out we're doing a fly. Okay, so we're going to be here, hands are going to go in a press up position, and all you're going to do from this motion, I'd suggest starting on your hands and knees if you can. So that kneeling press up position like I showed you earlier, just here. Like I said, please make sure those hips are dropped into the workout, okay? So no high hips here. And if you can do this easily on your hands and knees, then go to a hands and feet position, okay? We want to take it nice and slowly on the way down and explosive on the way up, okay? So I'm going to show you. We're going to be here, press up positions, into that kneeling position for that first set. We're going to slide those socks out nice and slowly into that chest fly position, all the way down to the floor. When our chest touches, hands in, press up, back down nice and slowly. Bring them in, up to the top, down nice and slowly, in, up to the top, down nice and slowly. Okay, we've got 12 reps just here. All right, so nice and slow, control it on the way down, working through 12 reps in your own time. Take it nice and slow. If it's too easy, go hands and feet. Okay, so regular press up position. If that's still too easy, chuck a backpack on your back and use that as well, okay? So that little bit of extra resistance. I'm gonna go hands and knees, so I've got space behind me. If you guys can, make sure you go in a hands and feet position. So here, chest flies, your fingers are gonna turn out almost a 45-degree angle, okay? So we're not quite in a hands up position, and I'm here, just out to the side, and then we're flying out this way, okay? Make sure those arms stay in that torso range, okay? So, in your own time, 4 sets of 12 reps. There's one. Slowly down, 2, 3, 4. I can really feel my chest starting to tear on this one. 5. Get those arms nice and long if you can. 6. 7. 8. 9. Last 3. Let's go. 10. Last couple. 11. One more, nice and slow on the way down. And there's my 12. So, as you can see, the further you get into that one, guys, the harder it gets. It's a really, really difficult exercise to work with. Very effective again to target those chest muscles. So, that's round number 1 to do. Round number 1 done. We've got 3 more of them to go. I'm going to do 1 with you. Let you guys carry on with the next 2. And then I'll explain the next exercise to all of you, okay? So, again, like I said before, 60 seconds to 90 seconds break in between. Get straight into that next set as soon as you feel ready, but please make sure you are giving yourselves enough time. Each person is going to need different rest in between the sets, so make sure you understand what your body's asking you to do, okay? These are actually keeping my hands nice and warm. It's quite cold outside today, so I'm going to leave these on for that next set. But yeah, we'll get into it in just a second. Like I said, 60 seconds to 90 seconds break in between. So far we've had, can't really see how many fingers, so far we've had our press ups to warm up. We've had our pike press up for those shoulders. We've had the isometric press up with the bag press up. And now we're into our chest fly with our wonderful little socks here. Okay, so into that next set whenever you're ready. Another set of 12 reps. Like I said before, you want that to be nice and slow on the way down, okay? So slowly down. And hands in, press up. All right, slowly down. Hands in, press up. Slowly down. There's 3, 4, all the way up, 5, good. Make sure these arms are staying nice and straight as well if you can. We're not completely locked, but you want them with a soft bend at the elbow and then locking them at that point. Up to the top, good. To the top, last couple. Slowly down, really trying to control that chest muscle. Here, up again, down, and then last one here, up to the top. Okay, so that is your 4th exercise, 2 sets of that done. You guys have got another 2 to go, so make sure you work through them properly. Take your time with them. Really focus on those elbows, those hands, let that chest extend on the way out. You're really trying to slow that down with these chest muscles, okay? So gravity's gonna start pulling those hands out. You also wanna guide them out as well. So you're not just staying in this position, guide your hands to the outside, let that chest drop to the floor, but keep it nice and controlled. When you get there, dig those hands into the floor a little bit more, bring them back into the middle, and then push up to the top with a nice explosive push-up, okay? So, next exercise we're going to be working with is going to be more of a shoulder exercise, okay? So we're focusing on those deltoids, the shoulders. Again, you're going to need your towel and your rucksack for this one, okay? So we're going to be simulating a lateral raise, but the towel we're going to do something very similar with the press-up that we did earlier, where we're using it as pre-exhaust, because we can't afford many heavy weights here. We're just using household objects, okay? So I'm going to get rid of my little slippery board, just there. Grab my towel, my rucksack, and we're going to be, you guys can either do this on seated or standing. It really doesn't matter. If you prefer sitting in the chair, what you can do is chuck the towel underneath the chair leg and then pull it up to the side, or if you want to, you can stand and pull up at the same time, okay? So, you guys are going to probably see some ugly rep faces in this one. I'm going to be putting some little faces whilst I'm doing this, just because we really need to make sure that we're pulling this towel up as hard as we possibly can, okay? So we're going to do something similar. We're going to stand on the towel. You're going to stand on the towel so your arm is somewhere in between here and here, okay? So a 45-degree angle, this is where you should be holding on to that towel, okay? If you're here, you're too close. If you're here, you're too far away. Basically, if we're in this position, it's going to work the muscles so they're going to be a little bit stronger in this range of motion. You've got a little bit of leeway each side, okay? So we want them nice and strong here, okay? So you're going to want to hold into that towel nice and tight. Have your bag just next to you ready. How it's going to work, it's another superset. So we're going to stand on this towel, hold onto it nice and heavy. You're going to try and take your hand to the other side of the room and up to the ceiling, okay? So if you look in the room that you're in, you want to reach up towards that top corner of the room that's just by your side, okay? That's where you want your hand to get to. So we're not just lifting up, we're not just pushing out, we're lifting up and taking out at the same time. Your little finger should be slightly raised towards the ceiling, and those elbows should be just about locked, okay? So we don't want them here, we want them a little bit bent, but locked in that position, okay? So 15 seconds, I'm going to keep the time again for you. As soon as we've done this, we're going to go into the bag raise, and then we're going to work the other side, okay? That'll be 1 set. So we've got this side into the bag, that side into the bag, 1 set done, and then we have another 3 left to go on that one, okay? So whenever you're ready, 15 seconds in 3, 2, and 1. Take that shoulder out to the side. 2, and 1. So there's 10 seconds. You've got 5 left to go. Maximal force, guys. 3, 2, and 1. Drop that down. Grab that bag. Straight up to the side. And you're coming up and down in this sideways motion, okay? You've got 12 reps here. Good. 5, 6, keep it controlled. 7, body stays still. 8, good. 9, here's 10. Last 2, up to the corner of that room. 1 more. And there's 12, okay, well done. That is round number 1 done on that side. That definitely got my shoulder, okay? So, next exercise, or sorry, same exercise, next side, so opposite side of the body. I've started on my right side, I'm going to go over to my left now. Like I said before, please make sure that towel is about at this 45-degree angle. If it's too low or too high, you're missing out on a little bit of that work, okay? So, just here, hold onto it nice and tight. 3 seconds, you're going to push that to the corner of the room. 3, 2, and 1. Take it up. Really squeeze. 5 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Drop it down, straight in, grab that bag. 12 reps. Good. Nice and slow, keep it controlled. Good. 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 Last 3. There's 10 for me. 2 more. 1 more. And there's my 12. Okay, so time there. That is your 5th exercise. We've got 1 more round to get through of that. And then we're into that final exercise, which is going to be a tricep focus exercise, okay? So far we've had the push up for the chest, we've had the pike press up for the shoulders, we've had the isolation press up, the regular press up for the chest again, we've had the fly for the chest and the front shoulders, and then this one's going to be working pretty much the full circle of those shoulder muscles, okay? So we'll get working with that next set in about 60 seconds, we've had about 30 there, and then we'll get moving into another superset, 1 each side, and then we're into that final exercise, okay? So we're getting close to the end, guys. Like I said before, you guys should be completing double the sets that I've been doing. I'm doing the first 2 with you, and then you guys can complete an extra 2 on your own. Either pause the video, let it cycle through so you can still hear me talking if you want to, or just have some music on in the background whilst you get through the next sets, and then catch up in the video in just a moment, okay? So next set, let's get ourselves ready. Get your towel ready and set to move with that next round. So you want those arms in the exact same place again here, maximal effort into that lift. So you really want to make sure that you're pushing those hands, elbows and shoulders all the way up into the top corner of that room, okay? So ready to work, next round in 3, 2, 1, arms out to the side, 15 seconds. All right, last 5 here. 3, 2, 1. Drop that down, grab that bag, and take it up to the side. Good. 12 reps again. Good. There we go. Arms away from the body. Last 2. Final 1. Up it goes, good stuff. Round number 1 there, finished. Okay, into that next exercise. On the other side, sorry, same exercise, we've done it again. On the opposite side, for that side raise with the towel and that bag. All right, so quick as we can, get yourself set, chuck it into the opposite side. So we're gonna get straight into the other arm, ready to work. 15 seconds pull into that bag lateral raise. Last 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Grab that bag straight in. 12 reps just to the side. Good. Nice and slow. There's 9, last 3. 2 more. 1 more. And there's our time, good stuff. That is that exercise done. Okay, so there's 5 of the exercises. We're now into our last one. Like I said before, you guys should be completing 4 sets of each of these. Stick to the set and rep range. If it's too easy or too difficult, adjust it by 2 or 3, okay? So stick to the sets, but adjust the reps ever so slightly if you can help it, okay? So final exercise, we've got another superset to work with, focusing mostly on those triceps. We've got a close grip press up, supersetted with a press up skull crusher, okay? They're very, very similar exercises. You just adjust the hands very slightly, and it's going to put a bit more strain into those triceps for that second part of the movement. They're also a little bit worked already, so they're not going to have as much in them as they would do if you started with that skull crusher, okay? So first one, we're basically in a press up position, but like I said earlier, where elbows are going to come down to a 45-degree angle, this time we're tucking them right in. Okay, when they're tucked in, you're going to be using those triceps a lot more compared to those chest muscles, okay? So tuck the elbows right in, those hands are going to come a little bit closer, and all you're going to do is bring those elbows just in here. The hands still stay around that shoulder height, okay? So we still want those hands underneath those shoulders when we're doing the press up, okay? As soon as we've done that, we're into a skull crusher press up. I'll show you them both right now, okay? So first one, close grip press up here, tuck the elbows in, so rotate the elbows backwards. We're here, up to the top, here, up to the top. Okay, so that's number one. Number two, hands go in front of you slightly. So hands this time in front of your head. You drop the elbows to the floor and then dig the hands in, okay? So hands under the head, elbows come to the floor and then push up. Elbows to the floor and then push up, okay? That's gonna be your second part of the exercise. So if you can, you've got 10 reps in a close grip and then as many reps as you can on that skull crusher press up, okay? I'm going to do another 2 sets with you. That'll be me done with you today. You guys can finish the last 2 on your own and hopefully that'll be the workout complete, and fingers crossed you've all enjoyed it. It's something a little bit different today. I've enjoyed doing this, but yeah, hopefully you guys have had a decent time as well and you've found it to be quite an informative workout and an interesting video. Okay, so first set in your own time, 10 press ups, close grip, hands under your shoulders, tuck the elbows in, straight into as many reps on that skull crusher press up as you can. Okay, so ready to work in 3, 2, and 1. 10 reps here. Full extension. As soon as you've done that, hands in front of the body slightly. So stepping forwards about a hand length. Okay, then drop those elbows to the floor and push them back up. Elbows to the floor and push them back up. If that's too difficult, onto your knees. Take your hands forwards a little bit further. Elbows down, push up, down, push up, down, and push up just here, okay? So 10 reps, if you can, just in that position, all right? Up to the top. When you've done your 10, like before, give yourself a 90-second break and then get into that next round, okay? So we're very nearly there, guys. This is the final exercise for us. Like I said, it's a push workout, so we're working through all of those pushing muscles throughout the duration of today's class. Like I said, 60 seconds now before that next set. We'll get into that and that'll be us done for the day. But so far, it's been a great workout. I've definitely enjoyed it, and it's good fun using some objects from around the house. It's interesting, and it's something a little bit different as well than chucking some weights around in the gym. Learning that you can use stuff and keep it very, very simple. Okay, so let's get into the next set now. Final one for me, then you guys are going to have another 2 to get through, and that takes us for today's class. Okay, so press up positions, close grip press up, 10 reps as quick as you can, full extension, and 10. As soon as you've done that, kneeling position or press up position, it's up to you. Hands in front, drop the elbows in, and back up to the top. Elbows in, back up to the top, elbows in, back up to the top. Okay, so 10 reps there in your own time. Take it easy. And that is my 10 reps done there, guys. Okay, so hopefully you guys are finishing up very, very shortly. You guys have got another 2 sets to done. Fingers crossed you've stuck to 4 sets and the rep range of each of those exercises I've just shown you. So from the beginning, we had the press ups. We then had the pike press up either on the floor or on the chair. After that, we had the towel press up with the bag press up. From there, we had the chest fly. Then we had the lateral raises with both the towel and the bag. And then we finish up with those triceps with those close grip press ups and the skull crusher press ups, okay? So, I definitely enjoyed that. If I was to do the full thing, I definitely feel like I've had a workout. I can feel the blood running through my muscles right now. So hopefully you guys can. But thank you all very much. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Good work today. Thank you for sticking with us with the online workouts, and fingers crossed we'll see you all very soon in club. So take care of yourself, guys. See you soon, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.